welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Yvonne Princess Shabangu. If you want to be part of the Graceful family, you're welcome to like, subscribe, share, and comment. And voila, you're part of the graceful, the positive, the beautiful, and the wonderful family. We pray together, we love together, and we have faith together. We put faith in things and in God together, you know. So yeah. So we're back to Employment Wednesday. This is a every Wednesday segment. If you don't know about it, share with your friends. Tell them this is the place to be on a Wednesday every morning. So this is a place where we discuss all things employment, how to find a job, what you need for a job, and also we're going to share various websites where one can actually look for different jobs, different professionals and stuff like that. So today, probably she had to be my first guest. So today I am with Mbalenhle. We're going to have conversations surrounding being a teacher, right? Being a teacher, specifically an early childhood teacher, meaning you teach like your babies, your nunu berries, you know, abo bundle of joy. So we're going to have a conversation surrounding that, where you can study for the early childhood development, how you can apply for it, and the kind of marks you need to have, the requirements, and the institutions where you can do it. And also we're going to briefly touch on being an actual teacher, but we're going to unpack, you know, in another episode we're probably going to have an actual teacher who focuses in the senior phase, but today we have Mbali who does early childhood development, the nunu berries, the bundle of joys, guys. Okay, don't forget to share with your friends. So now you can get your tea or get your wine, get whatever you need to get. It's a Wednesday, people don't drink on Wednesdays. Okay, get your tea or get your notebook and pen, and then let's get to it. So yeah, you can introduce yourself and then I'll ask you a couple of questions.
Okay. Afternoon, morning, evening, whoever is going to see this, whether in
whatever time you watch it. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon.
Afternoon. So my name is Mbalenhle Shamaine Ngube. I'm an early childhood practitioner. I'm a teacher for Bundle of Joy, the toddlers, the crazy babies, but the most adorable human beings ever.
Sure.
It can't get any better than the babies, and they're wonderful. So I don't know. You can then get to the questions. So
yeah.
This is me.
So yeah, guys, I'm sure you guys are going to be like, is she always going to be wearing black? I mean, I'm a lawyer. So anyway, without further ado, so the first question I want to ask you, what requirements must one fulfill in order to be an early childhood teacher or practitioner?
Firstly, you just need to have your matric.
Okay.
You need to have a matric in order to be an early childhood practitioner. So that's what. Do you want me to elaborate how I went about it?
Yes, but I mean, it can't just only be matric. Like I know with law, yes, you must have your matric, but you must study your LLB at UJ and stuff like that. So like go into detail about it.
Oh, okay. You need to have your matric, and then you need to do like certain levels of it. Okay. So you have your level 4, you have your level 5, and you have your level 6. So in those 3 levels, you can be an early childhood development teacher in any institution, any creche, preschool. They can hire you there, and you can also be a teaching assistant. So that's what being an early childhood development requires. So you need to have your matric, you need to have those levels. So others prefer that you have the latest one,
which is level 6.
Yes, which is level 6. Others can say a minimum of level 4 or level 5.
Okay.
But it is for you to become a practitioner, you need to know what's happening in the sector. So you can't just come there and walk in with your matric certificate because of you're clueless. You don't know what's going on with the kids, how they developed, why are they crying, why they do certain things, why they relate to other people like this. So in order for you to know certain things about children, you need to have at least that. And then there are courses like the 1 week or 2 weeks courses. They call them, what do they call those courses? A child minor. You can do those, and then if you're a child minor, you also, it's a course.
Child minder, ne?
Yeah, child minder. Yes, you also take care of kids. You also require.
So basically, bare minimum, you need a level 4 certificate for you to be employed as an early childhood teacher. That's bare minimum. And then also, if you don't get that certificate, I know a colleague of yours, I remember you were telling me about that colleague of yours who did the 2 weeks thing. So you can also do the 2 weeks course, but also that one depends on the company you work for. Some companies will tell you that they need strictly minimum of level 4. Some companies don't mind you having the 2 weeks course. If you have all the time, right? Yes, some people tell you that they don't have time. Then go for the 2 weeks. Fine, you have some sort of qualification. But if you have time, how long does it take for you to do level 4?
1 year.
It's 1 year. It's just 12 months, guys. 12 months literally. And then you add another year for level 5, you add another year for level 6. So for you to get up to level 6, you need 3 years, which is, it becomes a diploma, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, it becomes a diploma at the end. And then where can you study for early childhood development?
So there are colleges that offer that. I know of one that is Sparrow FET College.
Okay.
I also know that
So before you go further, how did you apply at Sparrow? Do they have like a website, or were you told by somebody? Do they have a pamphlet? How does it work?
So they have their social media page. They've got pamphlets, and I was told by a close friend that they're looking for people. That's how I got to know Sparrow. And then when I went to Sparrow, they required me to have my ID, my SARS number, my text number, affidavit, 400. So before they even accept you, you need to do an assessment test, and it's 400. And I did the test, and then they just give you a page. Then there's an option of things you might want to study for,
alternatives.
Yes, and then through that, then depends if you qualify for that course or the other course. So I qualified for 2 courses, but at that time I was like, let me start with early childhood development because of my passion for babies. I wanted to know more about the babies, the bundle of joy. So that's how I went about it. So I went through a test. I wrote the test.
And you passed the test. You have to pass the test.
Yeah, you have to pass, otherwise you won't be accepted. And in that school, it's only a minimum of 15. So we are 15 in a class. So that means you need to pass. If you don't, they put someone else because of this minimum space. Like only just 15.
And the competition is very, very, very hard. So you need to be an outstanding candidate. So which means you have to have your matric. And I think the beauty about Sparrow is that some courses actually allow you to go in with your grade 11.
Yes.
You don't need your grade 12, right? So some courses in Sparrow College, because it's an FET college. So some courses, grade 11 is enough. You go do your boiler making, you go do your engineering, and so on and so on. So if you want to do early childhood, have your matric, and then check them out on Facebook. They have a Facebook page, right?
They have.
They always post when they need people, the requirements, and when to apply. And then also the beauty about Sparrow is that also it's more like a learnership, right?
Yeah, it's more like a learnership.
Yes, so as you learn, you get paid for it.
So
like
that was
minimum.
the interest part about it, that I didn't know. I was just going there to study. And when I got there, they were like, you know what, you've qualified, you want 700 registration. Oh, okay, well, that's cool. And then the first week of school, I was called. I was one of the chosen out of the top 5 that you're going to be sponsored by a company. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then they were like, just sign these documents. And then I signed. And then the sponsor was giving us every month without failure 2.5.
Yes, allowances. So also with the allowances, like because it's a learnership, the allowances differ, right? It can be a minimum of 1,000 rand, 1.5, and it can get to a maximum. Some people get 3.5, 4.5, 7,000. Also, it depends on the kind of work that you're doing. Because I know mostly on the mechanical side of things, they get more money because like it's very technical. And then but it's beautiful. Imagine getting paid to learn, guys.
Like, it was interesting.
Early childhood.
It was interesting, and that's what pushed most of us, because we're like, oh, I'll lose that.
Yes, you need the money, because also a lot of us Black young females most people, I'm very fortunate not to be heading my home, but there are young girls that head their homes, whereby you have to provide at home. Once you're done with school, you have to find a job. So that 3.5 does come a long way, given that you can do things at home, and also you can actually, you are learning as well. You are being qualified to get a good job at a later stage. So that's the beauty about Sparrow College. And then all you needed was matric. Do they have any requirements on how you should pass your matric?
So with the early childhood development, I'm not really sure, but I know with mechanic you need to have 60% maths and 60% of physics because of it's all about technical things. So I've seen those requirements, but with us they didn't really give us like requirements. It's just that you need to pass.
Sure.
But now the tricky part, when we went there, it was interesting. Yes, okay, and then they told us, so because of we giving you money. There is no failing. So the standard procedure was 80% or nothing. So they'll give you 3 attempts. So you can't tell me you can't get 80.
Three attempts. Yeah, sure.
So that was their. So if you don't get 80%, then they take you out because of they'll give someone else. Okay. So you had to push hard to get that 80. If it on the dot every time, that's it.
Yeah, sure.
So.
Okay, that's beautiful. That's for Sparrow. And then is there any other college or uni where one can do early childhood development?
I know of, I don't remember of the name, but it's we'll put it down in the description.
Yeah, in the description
but it's
box.
At Rivonia, not Rivonia, at Edenvale.
Okay.
They also offer early childhood development because I remember of one of our Mani's from church asked me to help her with the assignment, and I was like, why? And then she was like, I'm also doing a course of early childhood development, so I'll just look for the name and then we put it down. So they are, even I think where else I've seen in TVET.
Okay.
They also offer that, the early childhood development program, and then I think it's the standard procedure. And then I think if you don't want to do the whole early childhood, you can do a diploma.
Sure.
And then just a major in grade R.
Okay,
Yes.
That's nice. That's interesting. Then your diploma will be 3 years.
Yes.
Okay, then you major in grade R. That's beautiful. And then does UNISA maybe offer that?
UNISA offers the qualification, the teaching qualification.
Teaching qualification.
Yeah.
Okay, I know UJ doesn't have
No,
that
it
as well.
doesn't. No, it
I'm
doesn't.
not
Even
so
vets,
sure.
no, I
Okay,
checked.
vets doesn't have that UJ. So if you want to do early childhood development, your best bet is TVET, and then Sparrow College, and then a college in Edenvale. And then also, guys, in the comment section, if you know a place where a person can do early childhood, you can just leave it below so that person who's interested can be able to do that. So basically, what do you do with your early childhood development teacher? Where can you work? I think you did touch on it to say you deal with the bundle of joy, but for a layman person, like, what do they do? Like, what does bundle of joy mean? Is it like grade? Is it 3 years old? Is it 4 years? Is it grade R? Is it grade 1? What does it mean? Do you need a SAY certificate? What do you need?
Oh, okay. So when you study that 3 years or 2 years of your level 4, level 5, or level 6, you can qualify to be a preschool teacher.
Sure.
You can also, so with the levels, if you have a level 4 or level 5, right, you can only be an assistant teacher in grade R to grade 3.
Okay, nice.
You can be an assistant teacher.
But
and
not an actual teacher. So you can only assist because you're not qualified or equipped to be in the teaching position.
Yeah, for those age mates. But
Yes.
when you are in preschool and creche, you are a teacher.
Okay, sure.
You can be a teacher. You can run your own class. Any age from grade. Oh, no, listen to me saying grade from 1 year to 5-year-olds. So you can also teach your 5-year-olds. You can be a preschool teacher. There you have the freedom to express your qualification as much as you want.
Yeah, so you basically run the class, you run with
you
the
do
program.
what you want.
Okay.
And you do the lesson plans. You teach the bundle of joys. Bundle of joys are the toddlers, the ones that their parents don't want to keep them in the house.
Guys, why don't you want to keep your children at home? Anywho, so also, what are the salary expectations for early childhood teachers?
Early childhood, to be honest, we had a discussion the other day with a friend of mine that early childhood development is not taken serious, but it's one of the important parts of the sectors of our work, because of one, you wouldn't you wouldn't survive if you didn't have those teachers to look after your babies.
Sure, but I think not even just about survival, right? I mean, early childhood is a very important aspect of your child's life.
Yes.
So if your child misses it at a very young age, chances are they are going to struggle in high school and primary school. So those are the teachers that lay a foundation. I think that's why they even say one of the best professions, underrated, is being a teacher.
Yes. So
if I know for a fact, credit goes to my grade 1 teacher. Had my grade 1 teacher been taking, I wouldn't have been as far as I have come.
So sure. So I think the salary is not that good.
But what's the salary range? You're talking to people, we need numbers. When people are doing these courses, they must be motivated, they must know.
To be honest, by God's grace, it starts from 3.5.
3.5. But I have seen a post on LinkedIn where it said 2.5.
Yes, so 2.5.
Yeah.
Like there are preschools that still pay people 2.5,
Sure.
and you are there the whole day from 6 to 6 with kids, and they are still paying their workers 3.5. So I think it's ranged from 3.5. Okay, you say 2.5. I didn't know that one.
2.5.
So 2.5 to 9,000.
No. There's that school down the road. That school doesn't pay people 9,000.
Which one?
The other one.
Oh,
the dream school. So I mean, I want us to give people an answer whereby they know there are small private schools, medium private school, government schools, and stuff like that. And then they know there's private schools that actually, as far as you can, like as a junior, you at that school down the road, you can get a 15,000 range as a junior. And then if you become senior, you get better at your job, you can range to all the way to 20,000. So also it depends on where you work and who you work for.
Sure. Because of the problem with creches, there are opportunities. As long as they're like, as long as you have this level 4, we're going to give you this amount. But just like you're saying, down the road, the school down the road, it gets up until 12-15K.
That's for assistants, people that are going in entry level.
Yes.
So you can imagine after 2 years, you would be around about 20, 30.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about senior phase. I'm talking about like your early childhood development teachers and assistants. So yeah, guys, you can roll out of control.
So from 2.5.
Yeah, from 2.5 to around about 20K at entry level. So it depends on the school you at. The more private the school is, the more the money.
And there's a difference in this private.
Yes, there's private, number levels. There's your general private, then there's a private within a private and stuff like that. But you know, the ones, like if you're familiar, the ones, you know what we mean by down the road, not Mbali schools, the other one down the road, you know, like, So guys, you heard. Salary range 2,500 to 20,000 rand. And what I will tell you, we all start from the bottom and we go all the way high. Believe in yourself. Secondly, all you will ever need is your matric. Best believe your average. You can get yourself a 60% and you're good to go. And then you go apply at Sparrow, TVT, you go apply at the college in Edenvale. And then thirdly, just put in effort. And the beauty of it all, you also get learnerships, you also get paid for learning and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope this video was insightful. If you have any questions surrounding early childhood development teaching, you can leave your comments below. If you have any input, leave your comments below. And also on the description box, there are places that are hiring. There's websites that you can use to look for a job as an early childhood teacher if you already have the qualification or the 2 weeks course. So I'm going to put those links in the description box. There's ISASA page, and then also guys, very, very important. I don't know what they have told you. If you're a job seeker, or if you have a job, or if you're a professional, you're going to have your LinkedIn account ready.
Yes.
Even if you're already employed, have your LinkedIn account ready, because that's when you network. That's when you see and search around for your next employer or next employee if you have intentions of employing people. So have your LinkedIn account ready. That's where you see employers and employees interact. HR people will be there. They'll be able to, they always share tips on how to do better on interviews and stuff like that. And then also have your Facebook. Guys, Facebook, I know it's mixed, it's like mixing business and pleasure. But there are people that post, there are pages and there are pages and accounts that post jobs. I know Sis Loli, I know for laws, there's lawyers rule and stuff like that. So yes, there's unemployment educators and stuff like that. So you just search. What I'm going to tell you, if there's anything we're going to preach on Employment Wednesdays every week, week in, week out, without failure, we're going to preach research until you, I don't know, don't get tired. Research. You pray, and you show up. If I forget to say these things, please say it in the comment section. Here we do research, we show up, we pray, okay, and we work excellently.
And don't lose hope, you are going to get
the job.
Guys,
don't lose hope, you are going to get the job. If there's anything you need on the comment section, let's interact, let's have conversation. If there's anything you didn't understand, comment section, I will leave the links that you require. And also the Twitter. Why am I forgetting Twitter? Twitter, that's where you also get jobs. There is I'm also going to leave her Twitter account on my description box. There's I love that lady. I don't know if she knows that I love her, but I love that lady so much because she's always, I'm so passionate about employment. She's always posting job applications, learnerships, the ones that require qualifications, the ones that require certificates, the ones that require grade level. She's always posting every day. There's something. So I'm going to leave her Twitter account there. And then you guys can actually go check it out, and then you see what applies to you and what doesn't apply to you. And this is it. Tell me if you're expecting a video in the coming Wednesday. To all the teachers and all the early childhood development teachers, aspirants, I really pray you guys get the jobs you want. I really pray that God gives you the courage and the zeal to continue with the journey. And from me to you, it's all love and light. And God bless you. Don't forget to pray for another person. Don't forget to be light. Don't forget to be love. Don't forget to be kindness. And continue applying for those jobs. You may never know when your time is. I love you all.